Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. Ad Astra. Give me a moment to compose myself. Oh, is it time for me to join you? Chivalry will never die.
Are you sure it has to be me? The wind rises.
takeoff. Brace yourselves.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Unsightly insects. You're dead. Too slow.
Rain cutter.
This isn't good.
Squall and Fury.
Think you can get away?
No, my sword. Huh?
See? Time to go. Go! Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Behold! That's far enough. The wind rises.
Here we
Let's
go.
get down to business. Wretched vermin.
Witness the power of Gugwa. No, my sword. Rain outlines your...
Very.
Yahoo!
Behold!
Rain cutter. Huh?
Job's over! Think you can get away?
The wind rises. How amused. The price for my sins.
Gugwa. No, my sword.
Huh?
Cut down like this.
when the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon... Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Behold!
You'll get frostbite.
Yeah. Time for takeoff.
Rain Cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Cut one.
There you are.
Let's play! Think you can get away? Over here!
Let me weave you a verse.
Squall and Fury! You dare to gaze upon me?
Look at me. Just once.
Too slow. Behold!
Time for takeoff.
No, my sword! Witness the power of Google.
Higher, higher, pants on fire! Think you can get away?
The wind rises. Know your place.
Rain outlines your fate.
Go!
Too slow. Quit following me.
There you are, eavesdropper. Rain Cutter.
I heard you.
No, over here. Body and mind.
Yahoo! Time for takeoff. See? Out of my sight. Cross over.
Bow your head. You're dead.
Fool, be gone. Urging transgression. Think you can get away? Punish.
Time to... No, my sword! Let me weave you a...
Behold.
No mercy. Winter, shall we Phew.
Too slow. Squall and Fury. Quit follow. upon the gale. Huh, too slow.
Unnecessary.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for
There's...
You want to use mine? The wind rises.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
as per our contract.
This should be the place. But Sangonomiya was right. It doesn't look like anything suspicious is going on. Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
These electro monuments look a little suspicious. Yikes! A huge monster! Was it drawn out by the electro energy?
Time for takeoff.
As you wish, me.
Blaze over. We're waiting. No touching.
Healthy. Phew. Glad that's over. As monsters go, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going.
Wow, I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line.
Are you alright there, buddy?
I'm fine. It's nothing. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. I guess
Pepe!
It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi? Who's that?
A god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash? Wow, that's pretty incredible!
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and when Orobashi attacked civilization. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of... Alright, I'm heading back. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Hey, don't worry about me.
Pepe's sure made some big progress if he's... Let's report back to Kokomi. Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened?
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full...
Kokomi.
Recently, I called them in for questioning. Most of them are highly ambitious type.
So that's why the war has been going unusual. Goro.
Well, most of the officers refused to hand them over. Still, I didn't...
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, all soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with... No! Let's go check...
Next on the agenda...
Teppei!
Oh. Just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you fighting the Shogun's army at sea. Taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself. If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance. They gave it to me and said that as long as I have... It's just like a vision, isn't it? Of delusion. So, what's the difference between a... Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that I've been getting more and more tired. At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a... This is a real shame. There I was, thinking I was catching up with you. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, would you do something for me? When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here, and we can change together. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain. Right as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've rested up.
Teppei! Hey! Where are you going? Hey!
How's Teppei's condition? I have put out the order to... The vast majority are showing, sadly, a few... Fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dead... The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but...
Okay. I'll leave you to do... This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. What are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy... It's dangerous to go alone.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and...
Very true. I gave this some thought. Not many places meet these criteria. I'm not going to stop. Please, we have lost too many courageous fighters already.
Huh? You mean to the Delusion Factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Next on the agenda? We're way behind schedule. Born of ice and flesh. We're way behind schedule.
Thank Barbados. Wait a minute. Good eye.
Come at me. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just
Access denied. For Rex Lapis.
Body and mind. Rain Cutter. Know my sword. Rain outline. Midnight Phantasm.
Born of ice and frost.
You can't run.
Time to go.
I miscalculated. Yes. Of death.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Yeah. Now where have we seen them? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Kanji Commission are...
Killjoy.
Uh,
Ida, you need to hurry up.
No touching.
Oz, reveal light. Huh? Rod's over. Shadow Raven.
Can't run. Well, looks like I went too far.
Over here. Know my sword.
Born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda?
Yikes! dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit.
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers! You'll never get out of here alive! This idiot must have a death wish! Don't be intimidated! Lord Harbinger will be here soon!
Look at the power of Gugwa! Rain outlines your...
Time to go!
Winter shall eventually come.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations. Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead. Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. You've changed. You're getting weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time, but each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause. Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Miko? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the
of the Electro Archon. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs!
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Sungonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind, a place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhongli was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the... not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because...
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you...
We're gonna do it here? And...
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance, and the aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once... What's...
The campaign begins.
This had better be important.
Excellent. Detached from the world.
Behold! Squall and Fury! Too slow. You're dead! Too slow. Too slow. The wind rises. Yeah. That's far enough. Quit following me.
What a workout! So how come you know so much?
You mean, perhaps it's because...
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox in your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that a nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. but I don't think that's the same. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolated, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really.
I'm only telling you this so you can Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time.
There's a part 2?
You're dead! Ha!
As you wish, maid for life.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword! Huh? Body and mind.
Oz, time to clean up.
Witness the power of Guhua. Know my sword. Ray outline.
Wings of darkness, come!
Higher, higher, kiss on fire!
We're fine.
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden?
How do I put this?
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete.
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think... Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself... Considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt.
It is precisely because of their helplessness. In short, if everything goes according to plan... Oh, goodness, is that the time?
All of this sudden, you're entertaining guests.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it before one makes a plan.
Don't.
You must understand this. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single... Yes, this is the... Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution...
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, It's all too clear that both the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the... Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should...
It will be easier for us to start with... So my plan is...
Rebellion? What are you talking...
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean, if we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in... She also appears to be standing right...
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when they don't even think about trying anything.
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you...
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a want...
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have...
All of you outside!
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-sara.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day...
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not...
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance.
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazu and your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. They're the...
You're saying the Kujo clan...
Yes, that's exactly what I'm...
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the he reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun... How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes. In all...
3 days? 3 days? I'll be a formal... She will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
That was so scary! But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryo
Why are you always asking so many questions? As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control.
Okay, but what are we gonna do, though?
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me.
Wanna come over for tea? Toodaloo. One client, two clients, three clients. Toodaloo. Silly When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight. Huh?
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human. What's... not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. Is this the professional? She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a...
Oh, wow! A ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's the Shumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryo Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the three commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to. Now you're following me? The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet, but with the help of this Shiu Matsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
Billy Turl, Bill. Go!
Toma! Toma! You there? It's us! We're back!
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care, but looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone, while they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this. Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt Decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the Hot Pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to...
Huh?
Yoimiya, we need an
Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your...
Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Don't worry, it's just a firework, come on! What's the worst that could happen?
We'll give it a try! Thanks, Yoimiya! Now we just need to wait for nightfall.
With the wind.
Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside. After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House. Also, if... Is this...
Phew. Yeah.
Wanna come over for tea?
What firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way! Quick, run! What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way! Quick, run!
I'll keep this close.
Pleasant surprise. Stop dragging your
Well, how did it go? Well done.
I know exercise helps you. I feel so No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped. Here you go.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that In addition, we have... Course, it seems that Kujiyaya was right. This should be ample evidence. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui...
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps.
Again, we'll just have to try...
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yaimi. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the...
Make sure to keep up.
Time to get down to business.
Behold! Search forth! Quit following me. Squall and Fury. Behold! Too slow. Quit following me. Too slow. Falling into the abyss. The wind rises. Huh. Quit following me. Too slow. Quit following me.
Fury.
I done messed up.